Hello. It's 11 o'clock, and I'm bored, so I'm just gonna take a whole bunch of vitamins. Let's, start off with the cinnamon. You know, it's a great one to start off with. You can kind of taste a hint of the cinnamon there. You know, these are usually steeped, probably cultivated in one of the famous cinnamon growing regions, bottled in one of the famous cinnamon bottling regions. Now let's get on to the B6. No, kind of just an inoffensive, normal blend. You know, just nothing special. Now, C500. 500 milligrams of vitamin C. Alright, maybe it's just my imagination, you know, my familiarity with other varieties of C, but I could almost taste a hint of some sort of zest. It's quite enjoyable, although it was pretty dry. I'm not the biggest fan of dry vitamins, so it was okay. Now, soy lectin. Not usually the biggest fan of soy lectin, but we'll give it a shot. Yeah, not that great. This is a middling vintage of soy lectin, and it's still not very good. I wouldn't recommend it. Now, zinc. Zinc's always great. Where'd the other one go? Well, I lost one of them, but let's give it a quick try. Yeah, zinc's usually pretty good. It has those nice tannins that you really want. Now, Mega B100, B complex vitamins. So a variety of B's in here. Now, I'm usually not one for mixing varieties, and this case doesn't do a good job of supporting any sort of evidence against that, but it was all right. Oh, I found the other zinc. So, advanced glucosamine chondroitin with vitamin D3 50 milligrams. Let's take a quick try of that. Oh, they're different colors. That's neat. Okay, that one was very nice. It is smooth, almost chalky, but very smooth texture on the way down. Now, calcium, magnesium, and zinc. It's a good one. Give it a quick shot. Another kind of very middling, medium. It's definitely not bad. It's more than just getting your nutrients worth. You can have a nice time with it, but nothing that'll wow me. I got ahead of myself. Mega potency vitamin D3. Now this was in the glucosamine chondroitin, but I think on its own it'll shine pretty well. It's got a beautiful, like, golden sunlit color. Let's give it a shot. You know, just feels a bit lacking. Maybe the flavor profile is not wide enough that that small an amount could really have a hit, but what are you gonna do? So now some omega-3 fish oils. Usually a pretty big fan of these. They have a great, their texture is not great, but they have great mouth feel. The texture down the throat's bad. So let's give that a quick shot. You know, maybe this one's a bad year. It was stored frozen incorrectly, but the flavor wasn't that good. Kind of unimpressed. Fish oils are usually better. Now, L-tryptophan. Pretty sure my body makes this stuff, but that is a big fat cloth in there. It's like a spider's web. I'm gonna put that one away and not eat that. So, instead we're gonna do the iron. Iron's pretty good. This one's not from a particularly good region, not a region renowned for its iron vitamins, but, you know, cheap, like, fine vitamins and nutrition, bargain basement kind of iron, but should still do the job, you know. You know, that was actually more fun than the omega-3, which is kind of sad. Just goes to show that not all vitamin tasters are really up for it, and that the price on the bottle isn't everything. So we're going to get some naturally sourced E670. Should be pretty good. This one seems to have been stored a little bit over long, so I'm going to guess that it's gone a bit sour. Not that good, all the vitamins are stuck to the bottom. But we'll give it a try anyway, even if it's a little past vintage. Yeah, you can tell. So now we're going to do some Baswella turmeric. This bottle is empty. So we're going to do some biotin. You know, I've never really understood biotin. It seems like one of those things that, like really hardcore vitamin tasters kind of like hype up, and it's not really that different from anything else, or it's really not that significant. Kind of just glorified paste. We're going to give it a shot. Yeah, kind of unimpressive. Now, let's do some elderflower sambucus. Kind of the same deal as the biotin, but I've heard a little bit more about the biotin. Let's give this one a shot. Yeah, that's quite nice actually. You can really get a few aroma particulates in your nose and really tell that it's quite good. Now, COQ10. Looking at the ingredients, this is not really anything on its own. A little disappointing, but I'll try it anyway. Sometimes you don't need anything to have a fun time. It's kind of a nothing. That one's really disappointing. Now, for the final, I'm gonna pull a little bit of a fast one on you and go for the bottom of the barrel. The unbranded kind of vitamins, just a vitamin. It's got more of a more complex aroma than some of the other vitamins, but that's to be expected. Don't know what's in here, kind of surprising me. So let's give it a shot. It's all right. It's very chalky, not very smooth. But for being a nothing sort of vitamin, I found it to be quite good. Well, I'm gonna cleanse my palate a little bit with some water. And get myself to bed, because it's 11 o'clock. And I just had a whole bunch of vitamins. So I'm gonna be feeling pretty tired here soon.